Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. I thought I would give an update on the research that I've been doing so far. I got the doctor's notes downloaded and to a PDF and printed that off. That was the first step. I'm taking everything real slow, basically taking doctor's advice and going at a pace with everything, you know. I know I have a bad habit of pushing myself and everything, and it's like, okay. So, and I've been doing a lot of thinking on that as well, especially with the work situation. Um, so anyway, yeah, I went ahead and did that and also downloaded the um, materials that the nurse had sent me. So, anywho, yeah. Been reviewing things and so forth. I was in hopes I might be able to review a little bit of the doctor's notes last night while working, but it didn't work out. So I've been taking a look at it this morning. There was one thing that I did, or a couple things I looked at, but before I left for work, but I haven't really been able to dive into too much. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at right now with that. Well, basically what I've been mostly interested in looking at are the supplements, not so much the medications. So yeah, I've been really looking at the supplements to see. Most of the supplements that were listed were for the fatigue and brain fog, which is fine, okay, but I feel like I'm getting energy right now, and I think if I slow down, I'd much rather start there instead of start taking supplements for the fatigue. Um, that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. And there's this one that he recommended. I cannot think of the name of it. I would have to put it in the description of this video. It's a weird name. And I don't even know if it's something that can be obtained naturally or not. Like creatine. Actually, I found that creatine is found in protein, especially red meat and herring, but unfortunately I can't do fish, so yeah, that's out. But red meat is very high in creatine, and or if you're vegan, vegetarian, beans and walnuts are very high in creatine also. They're precursors. So I'm like, okay, if I can do a combination or something, and that explains why, one of the reasons why I crave red meat so much. So it's like, okay. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go down that road with that. And then this other supplement, you know what? Let me just break it out the list here. Sorry, folks. The other one, I went ahead and ordered from Amazon. I'll get it today. I needed to order some face masks anyway because I'm out. Well, I've been using this one for quite a while. Where is it? There it is. This one is for fatty acids, stops inflammation, and stimulates tissue repair. And I did a little bit of research on that, and it made a lot of sense. It is supposed to help with fatigue, but I like the idea that it stimulates the tissue repair. And it helps to stop with inflammation. And I've been feeling like I need to repair things. So I'm like, okay, let's start with this one, give it a shot, see how it goes, do a low dose, and then go from there. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. The bottle I'm getting is 30 caplets. He's recommending 4. So basically 4 twice a day. That's not going, of course, not going to last for very long, but I'm like, you know what? I also know my body, so let's just slow it down. I'll cut back initially. Maybe try 1, and then see how I do, and then maybe increase it to 2, you know, like 1 twice a day, something like that. Excuse me. This one, oops, that piece of paper I put up there fell down. This one is, it's called Specialized, and then I have a comma, Pro-Resolving Mediators, SPMs, and then it's 4 caps bid. So, yeah, I found it, I don't know if maybe someplace like GNC or what have you, you know, Vitamin Shop, they might sell it in store. I checked Whole Foods, they don't sell it in store. I also checked the Walmart here, but, you know, I'm dealing with smaller stores here compared to what I'm used to out there in Vegas. So, yeah, they don't stock it in store. I have to order online. But I saw that with Prime, that it qualifies for same day if you, of course, you know, meet that $25 minimum. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and give this a shot. And like I said, I need to order some face masks anyway, and those also qualify for same day. So I'll get both of those today. Yay! I definitely need some face masks. So I figure, okay, I'll do that. And we'll start there and then go from there. There's also another one I was interested in, that I might see about maybe a little bit later or something. It is okay, I don't know how to pronounce these, so, and I'll see about putting the names in the descriptor. This one is for fatigue, muscle strength, 6-minute walk distance. And so anyway, you take this one along with vitamin C, 500 milligram bid. It's L-arginine, I don't know, 1.66 gram bid, plus, like I said, with vitamin C. The role is, it is for amino acid, generates nitric oxide, I think I said that right the first time, doesn't sound right, mediates vasodilation, neurotransmission, and immune defense. And then, of course, vitamin C is an antioxidant. So, yeah, I figure, you know, let's start with one thing and go from there. Creatine, you know, like I said, I can get that. Magnesium, of course, he's recommending magnesium. L-threonate, I have no idea if or threonate, I'm not too sure. 2 grams once daily, 144 milligrams of elemental magnesium. That helps supports neurotransmitter function, supports synaptic plasticity and other brain functions by boosting magnesium levels in the brain. So, you know, that's basically to try and help with brain fog. The way I look at it is I'm already getting a magnesium. I have no idea what kind, you know, with the cacao powder and also with the almond milk. So, yeah, I'm just going to forgo magnesium for right now. Creatine I am interested in, but I'm going to wait and see what that, and then that first one, the L whatever. We're going to call it the L whatever. And go from there. You know, there's one here for mitochondrial ATP production and also an antioxidant, which would be great, you know, to help with pushing out, you know, inflammation. There's also another one for mitochondrial energy metabolism. Both of those are for, well, that one is for fatigue and brain fog. The other one for mitochondrial production is fatigue and pain. So, yeah, there are some things in here, and I figured, you know, let's just start with this one here that I ordered. I'm most interested in because, you know, it helps stimulate tissue repair and we'll go from there. So I didn't check, like I said, I didn't check to see if there was any sort of natural sources or whatever, but I'm like, you know what, I need help right now. So I don't mind going on. I don't generally believe in supplements. I believe that everything we need we can find out in nature and so forth, but right now I feel like I have been, in pain, inflamed, in pain, and been down for so long. Let's face it, it's been 3 years. I need help. I need some extra help. And so go from there and everything. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Of course, there's also all of the medications for pain or what have you. But, yeah, I'm just going to forgo those for right now, and we'll just try these supplements and see. Even if it's just for temporary, do it for, like maybe a few months or something like that, and then go from there. Okay? That's the way I'm looking at it. And I have some new face masks coming. Yay! Oh, I've been using this one for a little bit too long. So, I decided to, as far as work is concerned, I'm going to try and pace myself a little bit more. Cut back my hours to, say, 8 hours a night, and try and do just a normal type. Instead of trying to push for a monetary amount, just push for that hourly amount. So, do 8 hours a night, tops, 8 hours. What I make, and then go from there. Okay? If it push comes to shove, then I can see about, doing a little bit more or something, because of course, I got to keep up with this car payment, but I need to slow down. I need to pace myself a little bit more. I need quality of life, I don't have a life anymore, basically. I work and sleep and play with my baby a little bit, do a little bit of yoga, go for a walk. That's about it. Okay, so which I haven't really done those for the rest of this week. I did do them at the start of this week, but I was reading with what the doctor was saying as far as exercise is concerned, hour twice a week. Okay, so I'll spread it out, but with my yoga regimen that I have, and I have noticed that if I leave my yoga go for a little bit, my body responds a little bit better, okay? So, okay, if I do, say, 30 minutes one day, 30 minutes another day, maybe twice a week or something, along with walks, okay, then, and then, of course, getting this other, let's start rebuilding slowly. So, that's what I'm going to do. And then as far as work is concerned, the main thing is rest. Getting rest. And try and cutting out naps. Try and get, full amount of sleep. All this sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to work on with that. And then, like I said, try and, because right now I'm lucky I'm doing about 20, maybe 20, 25, maybe 30 hours a week. I'd like to be able to get myself up to 40, but also but also be, of course, making money that I need to be making. And basically, the way I'm looking at it is it's also a spiritual journey, and put my faith and trust in spirit, and be like, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm going to put the money situation, the financial situation into your hands. And it actually worked out last night. I worked 7.5 hours and made the amount of money that I needed to make last night. So it's like, okay. And I needed to make that money so I could order this stuff today, and also see about going and get myself something to cook. I have no idea what I'm going to cook, but I'm going to cook something. let me see here. I know I thought about maybe running out to Whole Foods, but I'm just, yeah, I don't think I want to do that right now. I just want to figure out something to cook, pick up something at Walmart or what have you. I also need to run over and get the oil change done for the car. It's well overdue, so I need to get that taken care of today as well. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just slowing down, forcing myself to slow down and pace myself. So I am making changes to my diabetes regimens as well. Being on this anti-inflammatory diet has been really fucking up my diabetes. You know, and for those of you who don't know, well, first of all, welcome if you're just joining. But I am a type 1 diabetic, dealing with all of this as well. Lots of fun, yeah. And being on this anti-inflammatory diet and sticking with it. I tried going off of it, not a good idea, but I decided, okay, I'm going to do this, being on this anti-inflammatory diet, sticking with it and everything, that it is fucking with my diabetes, unfortunately. I'm experiencing a lot of low sugars. And of course I'm losing some weight, which I needed to do anyway. I felt anyway, and I prefer to. I don't like weighing over 150 pounds, pushing 160. I don't care for that. I prefer being down into 130s, you know, maybe even 120s. So, but I'm working on that. So anyway, but I have scaled back. For those of you who aren't familiar with type 1 diabetes, there's actually 2 insulins that we have to take. There's one called a long-lasting, which lasts for about 24, 36 hours, something like that, okay? That kind of like takes care of like free radicals. You could think of it kind of like that, okay? But then there's another one that we also have to take with every single meal, which is called a short-acting. And basically what that takes care of is, you know, when you eat, your body digests food and minerals, vitamins, sugars, all that sort of stuff, and shoots it out into the body, okay? Well, that's what the short-acting takes care of, is that immediate sugar rush that gets pushed out into your body. And it doesn't matter what food you eat, it's all got sugar in it, some form of a sugar in it. So you have to take some sort of short-acting. And how much of those sugars that you're eating depends on how much of that short-acting or even your long-acting insulin that you need to be taking. Well, I've been cutting back on my short-acting dramatically. I was taking somewhere between 15, 18 units. Now I'm down to taking like 2-3 units at a time. But I've been experiencing some issues where, okay, my blood sugar is shooting up with the eating, but then it may be shooting straight back down or doing a gradual decline, but one way or another I'm crashing. So, and that means that I've got a little bit too much of the long-lasting insulin inside my body. So I need to make some adjustments to do a good balance. So last night I'm like, okay, what should I do? How much should I take? So on and so forth. So that way the short-acting can do its job and everything without me crashing so terribly bad. And ultimately, well, last night my blood sugar after eating yesterday for my brunch, I only eat 2 meals a day. I can't handle eating food first thing in the morning. Ugh, drives me nuts. It's too much nausea and so forth. So I basically eat a brunch and then a dinner, which is in the middle of the night. And I ate my food yesterday. I shot up. like I usually do, did the gradual decline. I was out on the road. Next thing I know, actually, had stopped to do a shopping order. Those of you who don't know, I do Uber Eats, okay? Either delivering food from restaurants or doing shopping orders. And I was doing a shopping order at a grocery store, and my alarm started going off on my glucometer, yelling at me, "Oh, low blood sugar." Crap! Now I'm in the store, and I need to eat something. Yeah, I could quickly buy something or whatever, but ultimately, I had a sucker that was in my pocketbook, and I just went ahead and grabbed that, and yeah, so that was, so it's stuck on that, or eating that, which was kind of interesting with wearing a face mask. Lots of fun, yeah. So, but anywho, yeah, that's where, so I decided last night, I'm like, all right, that's it. I've been debating it all week, if I should or not, because I have tried. It seems like the amount of units that I was taking before with my long-lasting, I've tried playing with that number in the past, and my body said no. So it was kind of like my magic number. And last night I'm like, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and start playing with it and see. And I'm like, okay, 20. I was taking 23, and I'm like, all right, we're going to try taking 20. So, and that seemed to be working. I woke up this morning, beautiful blood sugar. And that's another problem that I've been having too, is my blood sugars have been bottoming out in the morning, interrupting my sleep, which of course doesn't help with my healing process with all this. So, yeah, I cut back to 20 units, took my 3 units with the meal, and woke up this morning, beautiful blood sugar. So, you know what? Let's see if it has gone up at all with activity. I'm curious. Okay, good sound. We like that sort of bleep. Beautiful, 136. So, I was 125, 136 now. Excellent. We like that. So, all right. We're going to keep with my new magic number now is 20. And probably as I lose weight, with being on the anti-inflammatory diet and doing the exercises and so forth, that magic number will probably drop down even that much more. So, yay! We like. So, that's where I am at with everything for right now. I did realize another reason why I was going to run out to Whole Foods, but I'll go another day. I want to get that oil change done. That's important, and then while I'm doing that, I can figure out what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to cook. I have no idea. It's something quick. I don't really want to mess with it, a whole lot of chopping or anything. Just something quick. So I'll probably pick up some chicken again. Seems to be my go-to food here lately. Chicken. At least it's lean, so, but, and it also does have creatine in it, just it doesn't have as much as red meat, but I figure I can always get that through some other sources as well. So, I know I was thinking about one of those, like, I don't know, rice boxes or whatever, that might have, like red beans and rice or something like that. That would be good. And then maybe also some sort of vegetable on the side, like green beans or whatever. It sounds like a really good, well-rounded meal. So, yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I'm going to be looking forward to that package this afternoon and see. I figure I'll take one and see how I do. That's another reason why I don't really want to be spending a whole lot of money right now, because if I wind up having to be taking the night off again, then I'm going to want to make sure I have the money. And I need yogurt too. I got to remember that. All right. I'm going to let you go, and I will talk at you soon. All right? Love you guys.